Hello, good morning, and welcome to Wednesday client support session. I've got Basti, who's my assistant today. Hello, Basti.
Good morning, everyone. Nice to see you there, Shikara.
Hello. So Basti will be on the chat. So if you have any questions, then Basti will flag them up. And if anybody needs any support, if you need anything, just pop something in the chat, and he'll get back to you. And also, Basti said he's going to do the polls for me, so we'll be chatting throughout the session. And so, where is everybody coming from? What's it like where you are? At the moment, I am basking in this amazing, amazing sunlight. It's been a really beautiful warm morning. I spent the morning in the garden, and super grateful for that as kind of making the most of anything that feels a little bit like a holiday, even if it's 5 minutes sitting in the sunshine. So it's going to be a little bit different today. We've given Cliff the day off, so I'm here in the centre running the session. So we will still have point of the week, which is really, really interesting one. Hopefully it will help anybody out with shoulder issues or any general blockages in the body. But we're going to stick to the same routine of scanning and checking with the 3 banners, because these are, I find that it's been really interesting for me joining in the classes and checking those out. And also I think it's so fantastic sort of seeing your journey, seeing how it all is. So I can see lots of names popping up in the chat. Oh, hi, good morning, Gillian. You can see that from all the way over here. Hi, Agnes. Oh, lovely, loads of familiar names. So good morning. And if you're watching this on catch up, good afternoon, good evening, whenever it is. And so we're going to start with doing our whole body scan, seeing how we are today, and then we'll scan in and check the 3 banners. So I'm going to stand up for this, but you can do whatever you like. Let me make sure that my whole body is in the picture. Here we go. So as we're still on fire element, I've worn a red scarf just for the colour association. But to do the scan, either sitting or lying down or standing, whatever feels good for you, I generally start from the top. So closing your eyes, relaxing your whole body. And as if it was, like photocopying or going through from the top of your head, just like a photocopier does, just scanning through. How does it feel? Top of the head, the neck, the shoulders, the chest, the diaphragm, the lower abdomen, the hips, top of the legs, the knees, the lower legs, the ankles and the feet. And if you can just take like a snapshot of your whole body, and if you have a piece of paper to hand and a pen, if not, just keep that in your mind. Just pop down any areas that might feel like they're lacking, any areas that feel like they're needing energy. Put a little note there, or any areas that feel like it's a bit tight or tense or is a blockage. If you just put something to remind yourself. The other thing, which I think is great, which Cliff often asks you to do, is to see whether you feel like your energy is going down in the earth, feeling heavy, a bit slumped, or if you're feeling like it's a bit high, it's a bit up, your energy's all in your chest or your head, or you're feeling like a light fit, like too much lightness going up towards the sky, or a headache. See how you feel.
Hi, Shikara.
Can you hear me?
I'm just wanting to ask if you can speak up a little bit. We're having a few people ask, I think, with the volume, just to come up a little bit.
Let me try this, more voice projection. How's that?
Perfect.
Thanks for
Excellent.
Nice. Okay.
As you were.
Thanks, Kirsty. So, just taking a snapshot, see how you feel. Is your energy going up too much up towards the sky, or too much down towards the earth? How are you feeling? And now we're going to go straight into checking in with your 3 burners. So the lower burner, where your reproductive organs are, your blood and your kidneys. Checking in. Is there any words that pop into your mind? Any pictures or images or any sounds happening? And then placing your hands over your middle burner, stomach and your spleen, your liver there. It's often called the cauldron, where everything gets boiled up, processed. How are you feeling there? It's also where your diaphragm is. And that can really affect how this middle burner is. And then taking your attention to your upper burner, your lungs and your heart. How is it feeling? So either take a snapshot in your mind or pop it down on a piece of paper. And then we'll just do a poll. Let's see where the group is today. What is the majority of the feeling? Thanks, Basti. So the votes are coming in and they keep changing, so there's no pattern quite yet. Okay, so it seems like, can everybody see the results or do we need to publish them? It seems like the upper burner, by a long shot, is the area that people want to work on most today. So do feel free to pop in the chat why, or if there's anything coming up for you, or that main feeling that you got in the upper burner that is coming up. Be interesting to know. So because of that, we are going to look at all the burners, but we'll definitely spend extra attention checking out this upper burner. So let's see. Yeah, energy coming up, emotions. Yeah, I'll talk louder. I'm hoping my microphone's on, but yeah, I think it's just my voice. Okay, so what we're going to start off by is just doing some deep breathing, really getting into touch with this lower burner. So this can also really help support our upper burner, is if we are feeling more grounded, more sort of stable in this lower burner, it can support this upper burner. So when energy is getting stuck in the lungs and the chest area, it's often because it's not being allowed to descend down to the lower burner. And so what we're going to do, we're going to just take some deep breaths into your lower burner and just closing your eyes and breathing in. And do a little visualization, because I'm going to imagine as this air, as this oxygen, this Qi field, this energy field, air comes in through your mouth, your nose, and down into your lungs. We're going to imagine that it's going to keep descending down into your lower burner. And in Chinese medicine, what we want to have happen, we want the kidneys to grasp that qi, grasp that energy, so it can nourish them. And this affects our whole body, affects our, especially our physical health. And what can often help this is if we really relax our hips, feel our hips opening. So it's as if we've got a wide bowl that we're allowing, sort of welcoming this energy down into. Okay, now that we've focused on our lower burner, I think it's great to support this middle burner, because also the one thing that's going to really help descend this qi is if this area isn't blocked. So we'll often find, and maybe the people who had middle burner issues, it's often related, it can be related to the diaphragm. So we're going to, even just by rubbing it, we're dispersing qi at the back and the front of it. But one thing that's amazing is to swing our arms, so keeping our hips, knees and ankles relaxed, and just swing our arms from side to side. And hopefully you can really feel your vertebrae twisting. And it's as if you are ringing this whole area. And by ringing this, we're allowing the qi to flow up from the earth, and then also more down from the sky, from the heaven above, down through your body. So allowing this qi to move smoothly through your whole body. So I often start my day like this. And then just taking a moment to close your eyes and see how this feels. Check back in. How are those three burning spaces? Your lower, middle and upper. And then really to help disperse this qi from the upper burner, I'm going to do some doing. So we're really going to stimulate these meridians. I find it quite nice just to start off with some gentle tapping on the chest. It's really nice if you want to make any noises, release any tension, anything that's stuck there. And then either slapping or some loose fists across the chest. Just allowing those deep breaths to come back. These lovely points just underneath this clavicle, which especially the one right at the beginning of the clavicle, just underneath the big bony bit, in that little depression under there. That's really incredible at helping descend the qi down to the lower abdomen. So we can even hold this just for 3 breaths. Press in as you breathe in and release as you breathe out. In and release as you breathe out. One more time. And breathe out. Releasing it. Loving it. And then just taking on your elbow in one hand. Just gonna give yourself a pat on the back. You're doing really well. Another beautiful day. Taking things one step at a time. Well done. And also just allowing any tensions to release. Letting them out, letting them go. Hang on. Now your arms, nice just to shake that off. Same on the other side. Supporting your elbow so that your wrist can be relaxed. So whenever we do these exercises, we want to make sure that your feet, you're relaxed. You're not having any tension in your muscles, because we want to increase the flow of Qi. So by doing that, we're going to make sure that we're very relaxed. So giving yourself a nice Shiatsu treatment down the arm, brushing off. And then just rotating those shoulders, bring them forward, up and back 3 times, creating space in the scapula, in the front of the chest, creating space between your shoulder blades, easing it out. Okay, I'm just going to have a little shake, a little bounce. So if you're feeling very tired, make sure it's a very little bounce. If you've got a lot of energy, then you might want to just bounce up and down on the floor. So anything that was stuck there, you can just imagine it's being released, and that the earth is absorbing it. It's taking your worries, your stress, it's holding you. And again, just releasing the shoulders back, and this time we're going to take it forward. Okay, I'm going to do one more thing just to really give these shoulders a bit of a break. I'm going to raise them up to your ears, and as you breathe out, we're going to release them with a big sigh. Breathing in, raising them up, and breathing out with a big sigh. Last time, take this opportunity to really feel into it. And shaking them out. How does that feel? Any different? Okay. Now we're going to go give a bit more attention to your arms. They've been carrying a lot this last week. So just giving them a little massage. Focusing on any of the points so far that have come up for you with the small intestine or the heart points or the heart protector. Really great for emotions, to help balance them. Squeezing down the back of the arm. It's really nice with these fingers, just getting in behind the muscle there, along that border, small intestine meridian. Wonderful at helping us assimilate. Assimilate food, assimilate situations, emotions, shock. So what I love about the fire element is that there are 4 meridians with the heart in the middle. So obviously that sort of makes us aware that when we have a shock, we do have these layers of protection, but just to know that it is really good. I'm going to take this to the other arm. It's really good to give yourself time. Really good to allow yourself to assimilate any shocks or trauma. So, working down that small intestine, the heart points on the inside of the arm. And also this heart protector meridian, really good, especially if you're having issues with relationships, really good at helping you work through those emotions. And again, this beautiful point on the hand, right in the palm. Basti, I can't read the chat from here, but if it is something I need to know, just put your mic on. I'm brushing the arms off and just spending a bit of time around this diaphragm.
A bit more voice for some of the people, please.
How I never went there or any kind of performing school, so I need to work on my voice projection. Okay. see if this helps. Releasing my diaphragm. Okay. And then just this circular motion in a clockwise direction. Sending some love and some qi to your digestive system. And then coming down to your hips. I am going to move the mic a little bit closer to me, see if this helps. Okay, so going around the hips. I absolutely adore this. I think so many of us get a bit stuck or stagnated around the hips. So any sort of movements that are stretching them, that sort of anything that's hip opening, I think is really wonderful, just to help us release all the holding that we do. We often think about the shoulders when it comes to tension and stress, but actually these hips hold a lot. So a really good do-in every morning is a wonderful way to start the day. Just moving around the hip area, especially around the glutes. And if there's any areas that you particularly find good, then really spend a bit of time there. Enjoy it. And then we're going to go start working down. So we'll work down this stomach channel, which is just on the outside edge of the legs. Down. Just knowing that it's really helping us connect to the earth. Come down to your feet and working up the spleen. So working up, slightly on the inside of your leg. I'm just going to do that 3 times. I'm really enjoying this. And like I said, if you're feeling on the sensitive side, then please take it easy. Just gentle movements. But if you're really feeling like you're enjoying it, you can do it quite invigorating. Really? That's a word. So just checking back in now. Closing your eyes, see how you feel. So what we're going to do before we start, give the neck and the head some attention, just to help with all the people who are struggling with this upper burner, we're going to give some attention to your feet. So sitting down, and you can hold your ankle with one hand and use the back of your other fist just to have some percussion, opening up, spending some attention around the kidney 1 point, which Cliff's gone over before, which really just helps you to connect with the earth. This is the point that you connect. And it allows, I just imagine it really allowing energy to come up from the earth to nourish you. Giving it a massage. Tuning into anything that feels really good. I love stretching out my toes, giving them a pull. Massaging the top of my foot. And really spending some time going down in between the toes, creating a bit of space there. Again, when you have space there, it really allows for energy to move smoothly. So we want flowing, smooth spaces. Lovely. And when you're done, you can swap over. Again, just holding the ankle with one hand and just giving a little percussion with the other. Whatever feels good, you can use the back of your wrist, back of your hand, or some little karate chops, or some your clenched fists. Special attention over kidney 1 and then giving it a massage. Stretching out each of the toes. And then if it's okay to do so in your home, just really just stamping it out. Okay, now I feel really aware that my neck and my head, the top of my head, haven't had any attention. So getting myself in a comfortable position. I'm just going to start with the neck, and I just love using the inner side of my hand to massage. And I'm pretty sure Cliff has done this many times, so I'll show you. Using each hand, or putting your fingers together and massaging. So just in case you couldn't hear me, because I had my back to the camera, is just interlacing my fingers and squeezing, allowing the blood flow, allowing the qi to flow, giving my brain the best chance it has to function. And then you can use this to go around the bottom of your head, around this occiput, and then also just pressing in the top of my fingers into any areas that feel a bit tight. And also this SCM muscle, which often tightens when we're stressed. So giving it a little squeeze. Sometimes feels strange doing both sides, feels a bit tight. So you can do one side at a time. A little bit of percussion on the head, just down the sides, and then also some squeezing. I always remember how shocked I was when we first started doing the Shiatsu training, and we well, often when people are lying on their side, we will put some pressure on their head, pressure on the head, basically opening up and allowing their qi to flow around these very important meridians. But it's quite amazing how much pressure this tough old scalp can take and how good it actually feels when we squeeze it. So do whatever feels comfortable today. And then we have this point, which is the top point of our head, and in Chinese it's called Bai Wei. So with Qi Gong, this is where they believe that energy comes down from the heavens, from above, from the sky, and comes down into your body. So this is what really helps nourish the body. So I will always check when I'm doing a treatment and also when I'm doing my own Qi Gong practice, and I will press it. So it's literally, you can't really see because I'm wearing a scarf, but if you run your hand over the top of your head, it's the point that's the highest. So pressing that point and seeing how it feels, making sure, even just by pressing it, you're activating it, hopefully opening it and allowing that qi to flow down. So coming down that midline either side is great. And then just some work massaging the face. So this point in between the eyebrows is really, really wonderful. In fact, you can just use your middle fingers and allow your head to drop forward. And then squeezing out over the eyebrows. And then just pressing across the forehead. So I'm not sure where it is, how it is where you guys are, but it's really hot here at the moment. So really making sure that people are hydrated, and you can often get sort of some pressure or some headaches across the forehead if you don't have enough hydration. So really spending some time nourishing these points, and also making sure that we're drinking a lot of water. Pressing the point at the end of the eyebrow, and then coming around the jaw. Gosh, so much tension often gets held here. So giving yourself a big smile. And now just giving it a nice massage. Really feeling all around this joint. Noticing if any areas feel stuck and just easing it out, easing any tension. And brushing off the face. Okay, I'm just brushing off the body, starting from the top, back, down the legs. And now, if we can, if you have somebody you can work with, we're just going to spend a bit of time going down the inside of the spine and down the back of the legs. So if you've got somebody who can do this for you, wonderful. If not, follow me. We'll do it together. So we're going to use light fists. If this is possible, we're just going to give a little bit of percussion down either side of your spine. Coming down over your sacrum. And then down the back of the legs. And we'll just do that 2 more times, starting from the top. If you've got someone to do this for you, that's wonderful. Tell them how much pressure you do or do not want. Over your sacrum. And down the back of your legs. Okay, brushing off. So, how are you feeling? Any areas that you feel like you want to go over? Then take this moment just to go back there, give it a bit more attention. And we're just going to check back in with our 3 burning spaces. Feeling your lower, middle, and upper. So I started off, and I forgot to mention, I actually felt this diaphragm very tight to begin with, and now it's feeling much better. Everything's feeling much more smoother. Whole body's feeling relaxed. And so the point of the week today is small intestine 10. So we've done quite a few points on this hard and small intestine meridian, and small intestine 10, it's great if you've got somebody with you. Ah, thanks, Basti. You can see it there. It is called Scapula's Hollow, now Shu, and it benefits the shoulder, so it benefits the whole shoulder. So if you have any sort of obstruction or any pain in the shoulder, it is going to really help you. And as you can see from this diagram, it's just below the end of the scapula, just where, actually I'll read out the definition. It is the, with the arm abducted, so with the arm just by your side, it's located directly superior to, it's just, let me actually not read this. It is just at the top of the scapula. You'll find it by reaching around, and it's just in the little depression at the end of the scapula. So you have this crease, the elbow crease. So if you run your finger up from that, you'll find a little hollow. So that is where the scapula's hollow is. So it's an amazing point to benefit the whole shoulder. If you have any pain, any stiffness, paralysis, it's also really good, not only in shifting things, but if you have any like lack of strength in your arm, it will help. It will sort of generate energy in that area. So it will help build it up. So it's great to always balance out your body. So you can find it on the other side, just up from the elbow crease, where you find the depression. Thank you, Basti. So it's also great if you get any neck pain or any inflammation. It seems like this all-round point to help tonify, but also sedate. Okay, so that's the point of the week. And so now that hopefully everybody's feeling more energized, the energy's flowing smoothly throughout your whole body, you've got a nice connection between your lower, middle and your upper burners. Because how we want it is them to all be communicating with one another and benefiting each other. So as they all start to feel better, it's like a knock-on effect. They will just keep feeling better and better. So thank you, Basti. Okay, so one of my daily practices, which I wanted to share with you today, is called setting the Qi field. And it's just a really useful exercise. It's helped me in many moments. If I'm worried about something, or if I'm panicking, or if I've had a shock or a trauma. But also I find it really amazing to also to set goals, to set intentions, and also just for day-to-day things. So it's a nice way to start the day, it's a nice way to end the day, and but also, yeah, it's sort of this little practice I do which helps in many moments, which if people on here practice Qi Gong, they probably use quite a lot. So let me bring this a little bit closer, and I'll move closer. So please get comfortable, either standing or sitting or lying down. It will take 10-15 minutes, so make sure you're in a comfortable position. You can find some versions of this on YouTube. It's called Setting the Qi Field. Okay, so first of all, we're just going to set our posture correctly to help, that gives the Qi the maximum possibility. Okay, so closing your eyes. You're going to lift this point at the top of your head, the point that I call byway, lifting this point up to the sky. And then relaxing your hips, relaxing your sacrum. Imagine your coccyx is connected down to the earth. Relaxing your hips, your knees and your ankles, your toes. Your lower body is completely relaxed. I'm going to tuck our chin in slightly and rest the top of your tongue on the top of your mouth. Just this way, the tip of your tongue connecting to the roof of your mouth. And then you're just going to push your belly button or the back of your back, just push that out slightly. And what that should give you is a really good line from the top of your head down to the bottom of your sacrum, where the energy can move nice and smoothly with ease. Taking some deep breaths into your lower abdomen. Feeling that nice connection up to the sky. and feeling held and relaxed on the earth. Allowing Qi to move up and down from the earth to the sky through your body. And then we're going to connect to this place in the middle of your mind. Just this place just behind your eyes. Imagine a bright white light there. Now we're going to allow this light to expand and encompass our whole physical body. So this white light is merging with your physical body. And then we're going to expand that even further to 1 meter around you. Imagine this light. And really it's just, if it feels strange or anything, just imagining you've got this balloon or this light ball of white light. And if that's not comfortable, just using this time to take some deep breaths, feeling relaxed in your body. And if it's comfortable, just imagine this bright white light. It's above you, it's below you, it's on the left of you and the right of you, it's in front of you and it's behind you. And then we're going to expand out, imagining this light, this Qi field is merging with the Qi field that's all around you. So your local area Qi field, imagining everything is light, everything is energy, merging your Qi field with the trees, with the earth, with the sky above you, everything in your local area Qi field. Feeling connected and knowing that we are all one. And taking this out even further, your Qi field, which is merged with your physical Qi field and the Qi field that's around you, your local area Qi field, out even further, connecting with your country's Qi field, the rivers and the mountains, the lakes, all of nature, all of the animals. You are them, and they're you. And then taking this out even further, everybody on this, and in this class, all around the world, imagining all our Qi fields are connecting with the earth, connecting with each other's Qi fields, becoming one powerful Qi field. Connecting with the whole of the earth, the oceans, the glaciers, the mountains, all of nature, feeling completely at one, feeling very powerful, very big. And then we're going to take it out even further. Imagine ourselves connecting with the whole of the universe, out into the void, out into that space where there's just nothing. And in this space, the energy is completely abundant. And anything is possible. So in allowing your minds and your hearts to completely open and connecting with this infinite possibilities. Anything is possible. Your body is connecting out into the void, into the nothingness, releasing anything you no longer need. Any blockages in your body are just energy. It's energy you no longer need, so just allowing it to release out into the void. And in this space, in this infinite possibilities, you can connect to an intention or something you'd like. And then imagining that it's already successful, it's already happened. How does it feel now that it's already happened? Already living it, and you're so grateful for it. How do you feel physically? How do you feel emotionally? How do you feel mentally now that it's already happened? And spiritually, how do you feel? Connecting out with this huge, powerful Qi field. Connecting with everything. Feeling completely at one. And now we're going to gather all this Qi that's around, out in this void. The Qi that's abundant, that's supporting you, and that's making your intention become successful. Gathering this Qi and connecting back with the earth, with all our Qi fields connected. Coming back, connecting with your country's Qi field, absorbing all the Qi from the void and the earth into your country's Qi field. And taking it to the next step of bringing all this abundant Qi into your local area Qi field. And then absorbing it into this space that's 1 meter around you. Feeling the space all around you abundant with your intentions already successful. It's already happened. And this abundant Qi that's nourishing your Qi field. Any areas in your body that need energy, any stiffness, anything that's feeling lacking, this Qi field is nourishing you. And now I'm going to absorb this Qi field into your body. Into, we call it your lower dantian, into this space behind your navel to give you as powerful energy, physical energy, emotional well-being, mental clarity, and feeling connected with everything. So we're going to place your hands over your navel, and we're going to imagine from the right of you We're going to absorb this Qi field into the space behind your navel. Imagine it's being packed away, nourishing your whole body. And from the left of you, nourishing and absorbing. And from in front of you, and from behind you, filling up the space behind your hands, behind your navel. And then from above you and below you, feeling your body absorbing and being nourished by this abundant Qi. Taking some deep breaths into your lower abdomen. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and place your hands by your side. So this is a really great exercise to do if you're preparing for something, because then you can sort of connect out, feeling completely at one with everything, and then make your intention for how it's going to be. So you see it as if it's already happened. And it's really nice if you are feeling uncomfortable, or you've got some feeling of stuckness or emotion stuck in some part of your body, because as you allow this, your Qi field to merge and be connected with the Qi that's all around you, whatever energy's there which is stuck, it will then become seriously diluted. And we always sort of talk about energy as it's not bad, it's not good, it's just energy. So if we have anything that is like a stagnation, like a cyst, or any like masses in the body, we just imagine that we're packaging it up. It's as if you've got some clothes that you're no longer wearing, no longer needing. You know, you wash them, you fold them, you iron them, you fold them, and then you hand them on to somebody else. So, because that energy is useful for somebody else, or those clothes are useful for somebody else. So that's how it's quite a nice way to look at things. So if you do feel stuck, you can use this exercise to imagine just releasing it out into the universe, out into that void. And similarly, if you're feeling like you need to nourish yourself, really tune into this earth's energy, tune into the energy that's always around you, that is always available to you. And really imagining it being packed away as if it's like a little suitcase, you're packing it away into this space behind your navel that you can take with you. So it's quite nice to be aware that we all have our physical energy, our physical body, but we also have this space that's, you know, people say your aura, or people often see lights around people, but there's a space that's up to like a meter around you. And just being aware of that in one's day-to-day can also sort of affect how your day will go. So you might feel quite tired after you've been hanging out with certain people or doing certain activities, and just knowing that you can sort of know that you can actually change that by being aware of this energy, and by imagining that you always have this sort of like little egg shape around you, and that you're not giving it away and you're not taking from anybody else. So you're just, we talk about holding your Qi field. It's quite a nice practice to do. Sometimes people walk away and say, oh, they feel a bit odd after that, after an altercation or after a conversation, and just know that's completely normal. You're very human. This happens to all of us. And this is one exercise which one can do to help sort of to get back to regulate yourself and to release anything that no longer serves you, and to absorb what is nourishing and what is useful. So after that, does anybody have any questions? Did anything come up for anybody, or anything you wanted to share? Just pop it in the chat. Basti, oh, let's see. This is from Teresa. I missed half of the exercise because of your connection. Did you say we could find it on YouTube? What's it called? Yeah, so I was looking on YouTube and I saw that they actually do have it. So you can watch this back. This will also be on YouTube later today. So you can watch this back. You will also get a recording after the class. And it's called Setting Your Qi Field. So yeah, I've seen there's a few different people doing similar things. And I think it's always useful to find somebody, if you are going to listen to something, find something that that you're comfortable hearing, that you're comfortable listening to. So, any more questions? Are we all good? How about we check in and just see how people are feeling compared to the beginning of the class, see if it's changed, how they're feeling in those 3 burning spaces. Is there a poll, bestie? I can also look. Oh, yeah. How do you feel now? And if anybody did have any questions about setting your Qi field, or if they found it a bit awkward to sort of imagine certain things, then do get in touch and we can discuss it and sort of come up with something that might feel more appropriate for you. Okay, that's great. So the majority of people, 92%, say they feel more balanced. So that's wonderful. So I also feel more balanced. I think it's always great to do these exercises. If you're feeling about the same, there's a few people said that, then if that's a problem, then do get in touch and maybe we can do something more sort of one-to-one. If you feel the same because you felt wonderful to begin with, then that's great. Okay, so we will just Cliff said it's nice to be part of the class. Yeah, I'm sure. We'll relax and go through the exercises himself. Great.
That was a fantastic exercise.
So we've covered pretty much everything. There's a few things that we can sort of build on with setting Qi field. So hopefully I'll pop back here. This is Wednesday morning. I'm usually with clients, but yeah, hopefully in sort of the next season, I can the next series, I can pop back and share a few more things with you. If you did have any requests of things to cover, do let us know. If there's any things that people are getting stuck with, then yeah, it's really great for us to get that sort of feedback, and we can sort of direct the classes to be as useful as possible for you. So I think that's it. I don't think there's any more questions in the chat. Thank you so much for joining us. I mean, it's an amazing day today. So if you are joining us from the UK, thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. Hopefully, if you're watching this back, you found it useful. And yeah, I hope you all have an amazing week. Just know that you have the power to change any state that you're ever in. If it's uncomfortable, if you're not enjoying it, know that the Do-in is such an incredible tool of just creating space. The Do-in is with the tapping, and then also knowing that you can do sort of these meditations to also transform energy. So don't really talk about it changing, it's just transforming it. So if you have something you don't want, you can transform it into something that is positive, that is useful for you. And on that note, I think we'll say goodbye. So thank you so much. There's Basti. Thanks so much, Basti. Hopefully, hopefully the sound will come out okay in the recording. If anybody missed anything, I thank you so much for your support, Basti.
Absolutely.
Us through. I'm sure you're really busy in the chat there because I'm quite far away from the computer, so I can't see it.
That was good. That was such a lovely session. Really, really beautiful practice. That so simple.
Yeah, super simple. But yeah. Okay, I'm going to try and work out how we can. Oh, this is how we do it. All right, everybody, have a great day. Take care.
Cheerio.